First sunny day, I don't know, a week? Does it feel like?
Yesterday was sunny, but yeah, it had been...
Yesterday wasn't this sunny.
No. Sunny and warm.
Yeah.
We've had sunny days, but it's been like below 0.
Yeah, it's sunny, but it's also warm today. It's 40 degrees, which is awesome. Stuff's melting. And we are out here on the porch, watching the logging going on out there. I am not at work. Jackie is working, but she's seeing clients from home and not going into her office. Emma is not in school. Pray tell, babe, why are we all home?
Oh, it's finally our time. We are positive.
We got COVID. Babe, everyone knows if you eat the snow, you're immune from COVID. Cutting ahead a few minutes. Jackie had to go back into work and just had a quick conversation with the forester down there about how far we wanted to go off to one side. We have COVID. I have it. Emma has it. Emma was actually the first to test positive, and Jackie never actually tested positive, but she's vaccinated and boosted, and so she probably has it. She's had a headache and a little bit of a sore throat, but she never actually tested positive. So there's so much for the tests, I guess. We'll set the camera up on the hood of the truck and tell you kind of the story of how it went. So we got back from the New Hampshire Farm and Forest Expo, went to bed, feeling fine, and woke up the next morning and Emma wasn't feeling good. I wasn't really feeling good. Had a sore throat, a little bit of a scratchy throat. At first I thought, I talked a lot yesterday and didn't really think anything of it. But as the day went on, started to get a headache, started to feel a little kind of just, when you just feel off and it's not, you're not just dehydrated, you're not just whatever, like you just know something's up. Cough. That's what I was feeling, and we have a whole bunch of COVID tests, rapid tests that the state offered to people, and obviously we took some of those and stashed them away in case we needed them. And I took a COVID test and it came up very faint, barely a pink line on it, and it says on the test even a faint pink line is considered a positive test. And Emma had been acting a little bit fussy that morning too, like a child. You kind of, again, if you have kids, you know this, sometimes they just act a certain way and oh, they're not feeling well. So we figured we would give Emma a test just to make sure, and she also tested positive, very bright pink line there. Jackie tested at that point, and Jackie did not test positive. However, being that it's me, Jackie, and Emma in the house, and both of us are kind of required to take care of Emma, we were just going to assume at that point she was positive. She got COVID. So that's kind of where it left us. For me, things deteriorated quite rapidly. By the end of that day that I tested positive, I had a low-grade fever. This cough and sore throat was full-blown. I didn't really have a stuffy nose, which I do have now, but I didn't have it then. But I was generally feeling like garbage. We decided I would sleep in the guest room and Jackie would stay in our bedroom. That way, if she didn't have it for some reason, she would still not have it. That way it wasn't both of us sick trying to take care of Emma. That night was one of the worst nights of my life as far as sleep. I had a crazy high fever. I was cold, I was hot, I was kicking the blankets off me, I was putting them on, I was sweating. It was just Generally, I don't get sick, but when I do get sick, it's rough. And this was probably the roughest I've ever had it. You know, it sounds a little melodramatic, but there was one point during the night where I thought I should scribble on my phone like a last will and testament in case I died that night. And, you know, part of that might have to do with, like, you hear all these stories in the news and things like that. But the other part of it is, like, I really genuinely felt super, super sick. I would not wish that upon anybody. It was not fun. And full disclosure, I am vaccinated. I got the Johnson & Johnson vaccine back during the summer. I don't have a care either way. If you want to get vaccinated, cool. If you don't want to get vaccinated, cool. You know, I'm not on board. I'm not trying to turn this into a political thing. If it's something you want to do, cool, get vaccinated. If not, fine. I don't worry about either way. I'm not going to kick you out of my house because you're not vaccinated. That's just the way kind of I roll. But I was vaccinated, and despite being vaccinated, I still got this sick. You know, I take vitamins. I take vitamin C. I take vitamin D. I take elderberry. I take zinc. So I take regular multivitamins. So I do take all of these things that people are like, oh, if you do this, you won't get it. Or if you do that, you won't get it so bad. I'll tell you, that night, it was bad. It was not comfortable. It was not fun. They are jamming like crazy back there right now. We've got multiple log trucks leaving over the course of the day. He's gone in. He's been in the feller buncher all morning. Now he's running the skidder, getting the, I guess we'll call it the left-hand side of the driveway taken care of. That's the side opposite the big clearing that we've been working on from the start. Now they're working on over here. They've still got some more stuff they're going to do out back. The biggest being those 3 pine trees that you see behind the house. I don't even know, can I get them? Whoop, over there. That one, and that one right over my head. Those are the widowmakers. Those are the ones we worry the most about. So those are going to all go. We're not going to have those 3 big pine trees back there, which is fine by me because they're tall enough where if a wind blows in from the east and they want to go, they're going right on the house. Other than that, they're just going to be clearing up some hemlock groves back there, getting some pine, getting some hemlock out. They're going to be leaving the hardwoods on the back side of the property, which we like. After I got through that night, the next day was a little better. I didn't have a fever all day. I had a really light fever, like 100 degrees. Sore throat was still there, cough was still there, but it wasn't as bad as it was that night, and I haven't had a night that bad since. So I would say really for me, probably 24 hours I was taken out of the game. I was either in bed, I was on the couch, I didn't want to go anywhere, I didn't want to do anything, I didn't want to cook, and that's kind of what it was for me. Emma barely even exhibited any illness. Like I said, I was acting a little off, but no fever, no cough, no sneeze, no nothing. Jackie, like I mentioned, she had a little bit of a headache. She's had a sore throat last night, and you know, which is like a day and a half after I did. Generally, I would say that we fared pretty well. I wear a mask when I'm at work. I tend to social distance when I'm at work. Nobody else that I work with has contracted it to my knowledge so far. Jackie has been seeing people remotely for her job, and the few people that she has seen in person, nobody has contracted COVID, so she hasn't gotten it that way. I believe it came into our house through Emma, our little preschool aged vector, little walking petri dish. If you have kids, you know, like they get sick at school and they bring it home, and mom and dad get sick and the other brothers and sisters get sick if you have them. That's just how things go with kids. So this one, what's going on? Did you bring the sickness home from school?
No.
No?
No.
I think you did.
I did.
You did? You're admitting it?
Yeah.
There you go. She admits it. She says she did it. No, I think maybe, I think, and I'm not throwing shade at anybody at her school or whatever, but I think, you know, they had a super cold week. Everyone was inside at school, and possibly one of the other kids had it and hung out with Emma, and Emma maybe brought it home from school. I don't know. I don't know where it came from. We don't know. And the point is not to throw blame on anybody or play that game of like, you gave me COVID. Who cares? It's a sickness. You know, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it, and life moves on. The important part is that we are on the uptick. Luckily for both me and Jackie, aside from the sore throat and the cough, no real respiratory symptoms that I'm aware of. I mean, I'm not walking around with a pulse ox on me, like figuring out what my oxygen levels are in my bloodstream, but I don't feel out of breath. I don't feel weird. Jackie hasn't either. I did just want to put this video out there though, so if we're light on videos over the next week, it is because I've been trying to catch up on some stuff that I was hoping to do on a couple days that I had off and didn't because I was kind of laid up. Not really feeling well enough to do anything like that. So yeah, if there's a shortage of videos, I'm hoping there won't be. I'll post on the community tab, and I'll also post on Facebook and Instagram if we're gonna have a shortage of videos. But if there is a shortage of videos, we're not dead. We haven't dropped off the face of the planet. We're just, you know, catching up. You wanna say goodbye to everybody on the video? Yeah. All right, come here. Hope everybody out there is doing well, that you're not dealing with the same COVID sickness we are. Thanks for watching the video, and until then, next time, have a great day. Bye. Bye.